It's like you call for help and you lose someone. And that has to stop.
A developing story. A grieving mother is trying to understand why her son was shot to death by Chicago police officers during a domestic disturbance. A man calls police for help with his son, and when officers arrive, the son and a neighbor are shot and killed. It happened at Kilpatrick and Erie on the west side. WGN's Eric Rung is live from police headquarters with the latest. Eric.
Hi, Jackie. One question we do not have an answer for tonight is whether or not there is any video of this shooting. However, members of both families tell me that officers did not need to fire their weapons. Members of two West Garfield Park families this morning are in mourning. 57-year-old mother of five, Bettie Jones, as well as 19-year-old Quintonio Legrier were shot multiple times by Chicago police.
I want justice for my mom because the police should never shot an innocent bystander.
19-year-old Letitia Jones, who lived with her mother, says Legrier's father, who lives upstairs, had called police around 4:30 this morning to help him with his son, who was agitated and had a metal baseball bat. Jones says he asked her mother to open the door for police.
By the time I'm hearing gunshots, I come running back and I see the door open and she's laying on the floor with the boy. Oh my God.
She says her mother had been shot 3 times. Bullet holes can be found throughout the apartment and through the front door. Legrier's family says the 19-year-old was hit 7 times.
He didn't have a gun. Somebody has to be accountable for this. I know they have a job. They should be trained in situations.
His mother says the 19-year-old was an honor student home on break from Northern Illinois University. She also says this fall he began suffering from some mental and behavioral issues.
It's like you call for help and you lose someone. And that has to stop.
Police made only a brief statement about the shooting and took no questions from reporters.
Upon their arrival, they were confronted by a combative individual, resulting in an officer firing shots, fatally wounding 2 individuals.
The shooting comes just weeks after the release of dash camera video that showed a Chicago police officer firing 16 shots, killing 17-year-old Laquan McDonald as he walked away from officers last year, not lunging at them as first reported. That officer is facing first-degree murder charges. The video led to the firing of the police superintendent, a Justice Department probe, and calls for the mayor to resign.
Trust? I have no trust for CPD.
That lack of trust is shared by both families.
Put 7 in him and 3 in a lady? Come on, man.
Missing tonight from the Chicago Police Department statement about the shooting, something that we usually see after an officer-involved shooting, is that the officer fired fearing for their lives. Now, the Independent Police Review Authority is going to be investigating this shooting. This board is now under new leadership. More fallout from the McDonald shooting.
He was a promising child. He was going somewhere. But now we'll never know where that somewhere is. In heaven now.
Janet Cooksey's 19-year-old son, Jones, was a tenant in the home.
Sweet woman, sweet woman. Got twin daughters. She never gave nobody no problem. One of the sweetest women you want to know.
As family of both victims arrived to find out what happened, Janet Cooksey went to Stroger Hospital and learned her son didn't make it.
I spoke with the doctor and she told me that he had 7 wounds and his heart had stopped beating before, and they were trying to revive him, but she said it was too many shots.
A grieving mother who says she feels in this case police were too quick to pull the trigger.
It's like you call for help and you lose someone, and that has to stop.
Some breaking news to tell you about another police-involved shooting. This one happened at 103rd and Aberdeen on the south side this afternoon. Police were called to a home for a domestic disturbance. For some reason, police shot the man, identified as Michael Lumpkin. He was rushed in critical condition to Christ Hospital. Witnesses say the shooting was unwarranted.
He had an incident with his brother. They had an altercation, which most families do. I mean, what family doesn't have, incidents where they argue with each other? Okay, that was fine. Someone called the police. They were supposed to do their job, which was serve and protect. They didn't do that. They actually did the opposite of that. They shot this man 5 times, even after he complied with what they asked.
The Independent Police Review Authority is investigating the shooting.